looks like you guys probably can't hear me. Do a test on that. Okay, looks like the commentary mic is working. We are going live now.
Then she laughed at me.
Oh, I see.
She laughed at me.
For some reason, Jeremy still has.
Get my headset on so I can actually hear what's going on.
Yeah,
on the
what
table.
do you got, man?
First year. All right. Hopefully that's. Ah, shoot. Sorry, it's different look for me on the sensors, so.
We got ourselves a new felt on the table.
Over the last time, so.
It's the first time using the cards on this felt.
Yep. Well,
Look at that first hand. Noah wakes up with pocket sevens under the gun. Blinds are 15 and 3 with a 3,000 big blind ante.
Way worse.
Yeah, Zico.
Usually it takes a couple hands or so to get the tablet working good. And see, Noah bumps it up to 8,000. Tim calls with ace jack behind him. 80 gets pocket sixes, makes the call as well. Kerry feels he's priced in, as does Alex. Going to our first flop of the night. 43K already in this pot. 5 people. Looks like the cards are sticking a little bit.
Slide very good, do that.
Alex hits his pair of kings. He's got the best hand. The rest of the players are going to be looking to hit their cards on the turn. Tim needs a 10. Katie needs a 6. And there it is for Katie. Wow. Katie ends up getting a 6 on the turn, now giving her the best hand. Well, there are still some outs out there that can certainly make her hand not the best. A 10 here for Tim. Tim lets it go, though. Alex is firing out 12K. Imagine we're going to see a 3-bet from Katie here.
So raise to 27?
27K. Can't see how Alex can get away from this. He's got the flush draw on the turn, although the flush is the only thing he's running into. See, he has 7 outs on the top. A couple players must have folded some spades. Ace is not a very good card for Alex. See if Katie's probably going to try to get some value here.
That's 35.
35K bet. Very good value bet. 132K now in the pot. Alex makes the correct laydown. Katie wins the first pot of the night. Take a look at our chip stacks here. Laura is in first place, 165K. Everybody else is sitting around the 100K mark. This could be anybody's game. We got some of our short stacks, Carrie and Yannick.
The lowest thing is I cannot see your guys' cards on this tablet. The only thing I can really see is your stack sizes, which is really...
Players are still hovering around the 10 to 12 big blind mark, though, for the short stacks.
You know, everybody can see.
Not in absolute rough shape, but they are going to be looking to improve if they want to take down this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Not a bad first hand, I gotta say. We, you know, Katie taking down that pot with pocket sixes, great. It was a great hand for her. Great value bet, too. Fortunately, Alex ended up getting away from his pair of kings. I don't think that ace was very good for him. But yeah.
Tell you what you have behind your stack.
Move into the next hand. Actions to Laura now.
So actions to Laura.
Ace-9 suited of clubs under the gun.
Blinds are 3, 15 and 3.
Call. Cool.
Laura ends up calling. Tim calls. Carrie calls. Noah checks. Alice calls another 5-way pot. Getting some limping. Ooh, Laura's hit a club draw.
Wow.
That's 12.
Tim hit top pair.
Call.
Certainly narrows the field down a little bit, and only 2 players in this pot. Ooh, there's Tim's 10. Now giving him 2 pair, but Laura's still on that club draw. She's got quite a bit of outs. See at the top there, she has 9 outs.
15,000.
A club, an ace, or an 8.
Call.
8 gives her a straight.
Line's a little.
The ace will give her a better 2 pair than Tim. Ah, the 9, though, it does not help her. But it may slow Tim down now.
Like a 90 left.
That's 15.
Laura firing
Two
at
pair.
15.
Top 2.
Nice hand, Jackson.
Pair of 9s is not good there. Tim ends up taking down that pot.
Nice hand.
Thank you.
It's a good sized pot.
Did I drop a card? No, it's
Okay,
okay.
still top
Oh,
2.
kick the board. I don't like your card.
You did a little bit.
Let me know if you guys are in the chat.
Just a tablet to sharpen it.
3 and 2.
See, we got a couple viewers. I'll go in there and I'll say hello as well, just to make sure everything is working. All right.
Cards slide too nice on this felt, so now they're sticky and they won't come apart.
Looks like the chat is working.
With a little bit of grip.
Yeah.
Easier to fan them.
All right,
Lines are
questions
still
here?
15 and 3 with a 3K big blind ante. Moving on to hand 3. Peter under the gun with queen 9 suited. Makes it 8K. Looks like everyone's going to get out of the way. Except Laura. Laura's going to call on her big blind. Defend. Wow, Laura ends up hitting trip 5s on that flop. Although that flop doesn't help Peter at all. We'll see if he's actually going to continuation bet here,
That's 8,000?
which he does. Small 8,000 bet. Nice little feeler bet.
Call.
Probably doesn't like that call though. He's going to need to improve. Unless he's going to try to represent the diamond draw.
That is 20,000. Oops.
Laura says, nope, we're not going to see any more diamonds. Makes a 20K bet. Peter folds. Shows the queen, I think. See Katie, though. Katie and Tim are top 2 at the moment. But as you see, everyone's sitting around the 20 big blind mark. They got around 100K each for everybody. I believe there were 16 players in this tournament. Quite a few rebuys and add-ons as well.
When's your next cash game, bud? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure. Okay.
I'm getting my new equipment in on Monday.
Okay.
And I should be able to have everything hooked up.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it doesn't matter when I have a cash game. It's not like
No,
I can have it anytime.
Oh, yeah,
people
absolutely.
want,
No,
but
for
like,
sure.
it's just about getting the
I'll wait
players and
for you to
finding a viewer.
Yeah. 100%. I get it.
Yeah. Anyone has
It's a little-
tuned into
little
the
more
last cash
ambitious
game that we had.
Doing the live stream part.
Yeah.
Really interesting cash game. We had a lot of big hands
By myself.
for just like a small stake. So all we're doing here is some small stake stuff. Certainly won't see 100K on the table like on Hustlers or the Lodge or anything. So Tim under the gun. Flats with King Jack offsuit. Tony calls as well. as does Carey. Looks like our dealer's just catching up on the tablet here. Carey's got a nice little one gapper suited connector.
That's good.
Sorry, stick the chair.
Another quite a limp pot. Quite a few players in here now. 6 players in this pot.
You did it. Oh, you already got it? Okay.
A lot of hands out there. Like the cards are sticking again a little bit. May end up having to deal with that tonight. Laura hits a flush draw again. A king high flush draw this time. As well as a gut shot. A 5 gives her a straight. Great hand for Laura.
All in says 27.
Yep.
It's like Carey's going to try to take down this pot. Shoves his short stack in there. 27K all in. Laura calls. Imagine everyone else is just going to fold here, which they do.
All right.
Wow. Well, I'm trying to buy it. Yeah, nothing.
Carey's in not very good shape here at all. No longer has his 7 as an out. He's just running to a 5 for a split. Can't be the 5 of hearts either.
Good one.
No. Laura ends up eliminating Carey. The first player eliminated on this final table. 10th place.
Okay.
We are paying top 4 here in this tournament. I believe first place is
Right.
$660.
Carey, thank you for coming. Nice seeing you.
Everything.
Not a bad hand, I gotta say, for for that one. It was, you know, let's see here. It's looking like Laura's probably going to be the biggest stack here at the table as well. You know, if you guys are in the chat, let me know. I'd love to say hi. You know, just make sure everything's actually working. How's the audio? How's the quality? You know, we're trying to improve things as we go. So
Oh, so 15-3.
As long as the hand is over.
I didn't know whether there's problems with that.
all right, we're only 9 players at this table now. It's getting folded around to Noah. Jack 10 offsuit.
That is 12.
You know, a cutoff. Makes it 12K. He's going to try to take down these blinds. Or gets a nice little pocket pair here on the button.
Call.
Going to see a flop. And Tim's not going anywhere either. He's going to defend.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Dan.
40K in this pot. Looks like Noah hits a pair of 10s. Daniel, is this the final table from last night? No, this is the previous week's. I got to finish editing the one from last night, but we're going to be working on that. You'll probably see that next week. Looks like Noah's bet's going to get through. It's nice to see everybody here tonight. See Yannick now, the shortest stack at the table, 12 big blinds. Alex is at 40K. They're still in this game. Just because they're the shortest stack at the table, they're still in this game.
You get the button. Who's winning the hockey game?
Can be anybody's
My
People
dad.
are saying they're gonna win.
Oh, yeah.
anybody's win here. A few good hands could change the outcome.
Yeah.
Action is
Saw a video of chanting, "We want us." Didn't you learn your lesson?
80. Queen Jack suited. Fun little hand for sure. Makes it 8K to go. Blinds have just gone up to 2,000, 4,000 now with a 4K big blind ante. Audio and quality is great. Good to know, Dan. Thanks you. Glad everything is working. Trying our best. Katie and Jeremy getting involved in a pot. They've got some history. If you guys have seen some videos before, you've seen some history between these two. They always battle it out. Jeremy's hit a gut shot. Katie's hit her flush draw with 2 overs. Got an absolute ton of outs. There's Katie's flush. Jeremy hits a pair of 3s. Believe it or not, I would not be surprised to see Jeremy playing that 3 right to the river.
At 16.
Which he does. Katie and Jeremy going at it. Oh, and there's Jeremy straight now. This could get ugly.
That's 35.
Jeremy, snap call. Sees that Katie has the flush. That 2, not a very good card for Jeremy on the river.
I guess I could put the sheet. Pray to a success.
Quite a large pot for Katie now, 134K. She is first place, 232K now. She has 25% of the chips on the table. Everyone else sitting around 20 big blinds or so. Alex decides now's the time. Ace-10 offsuit. Shoves 40K in there.
She sounds sweet.
It's getting folded around to Tony, who lets it go as well.
She is sleeping.
Alex wins the blinds. That's going to help him.
She's having an nap.
Every little bit counts. Those blinds and antes can certainly make a difference if you win enough of them. Remember, it's 2K, 4K with a 4K big blind ante. Puts 10K in the middle.
She'll wake up for any.
Both Alex and Yannick, 2 new players
ones are-
that we've seen here at the final table. It'll be interesting to see how they play. Alex decides to limp in with ace-8
20.
suited. Noah's ace-queen suited bumps it up to 20K. Like it's just gonna get folded around to Alex. Decides to let it go.
Still playing any hoops at all, Noah? Ballin' at all, yeah?
Still playing the pickup, yeah.
Yeah.
Six handle and stuff.
Gotcha, man, yeah. TJ and the boys?
Yeah.
They had a team a couple years ago in the league, and they had to fix their gym because it was a hazard, right? People were getting hurt in there all left and right. 'Cause cement walls and stuff, and people were.
Yeah, I pretty much broke my ankle jumping into one of those.
Did
balls.
ya? Yeah.
It's getting folded around, maybe to the blinds here. Tony might try to take a stab at it on the button.
I remember playing ball hockey in that gym when I was in my teens.
Oh, yeah.
And some kid that
He
didn't
does,
like
he
me
makes it
low
8K.
Oof.
Nice little min bet on the button. Katie calls. Oh, Yannick's got pocket 10s on his big blind.
Plus the big blind, sorry.
Shoves it in. I think he's making the right play here.
35 or 30, 33, 5.
What is it?
Really put that pressure on. There's already enough money out there for him to try to steal.
32.5.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was only
It's
But he has
32,000.
But he has 5 in there, so. Oh, yeah, sorry. So it would only, you're right, it would be 32.5. 32.5, yeah.
Tony's actually giving it some thought here.
Just a 5,000 big blind in there. And a 5,000 up.
Be a great spot for Yannick.
Question, Jeremy.
Either of these players decide to make the call.
Jeremy.
Good chance for him to get back into this tournament.
I always go with the tablet.
No, my money's still on Jeremy.
I don't know. I think I'm right more than tablet
Yeah.
after using it.
I think so.
Yep.
Tony's got the chips in hand.
Yeah.
Might be worried about Katie right behind him. Or maybe he's going to think about shoving. makes the call. Katie decides to let it go.
Look
Let
all
these
in
two
there.
players battle it out.
Black card back.
Alright. They're all in.
Roll over,
Just
I
flip
guess.
them, flip them up.
Tens,
Pocket tens.
king 3.
Pocket tens versus king 3. Pocket tens are still ahead here. He's gonna need a king. Oh, he gets his 10 on the river. Yannick gets a little boat.
The money Katie.
Certainly he needed that pot. Back in this tournament, you see that he's actually jumped up a couple places. 77K.
What made that?
He's no longer the shortest stack at the table. That's all it takes.
Jacks are great. Alright, so action is to know it.
$18.5 guys.
Tim, ace queen offsuit, 18-5. He makes the bet here.
E5.
Yeah.
Yannick calls with the king queen. He's got some chips to kind of play around with now. Quite a large bet to call out of position. He is crushed here, but
Yeah, I'm over 15. Actually,
45K in the pot.
Oh yeah, there's a 5 in there. Okay. Well, that's you got rid of those 5s.
See if Yannick can end up hitting a king. Does not get it. Neither player hits anything.
I'm on.
All in 122.
Tim putting maximum pressure on Yannick here. Lets it go. Looks like Tim is in third place, 167K. Still, most of these players are hovering around the 100K mark.
Thinking about poker full time. Probably move to Montreal.
Yeah, that'd be the place to be.
Playground.
Yeah, absolutely.
What can you do?
That's on the East Coast.
Action is to yeah.
Ooh,
You were playing
Peter
down in Chasers?
woke up with
Good answer.
pocket
Great
jacks.
place.
Well,
Certainly one of my favorite hands.
Great place.
Really, eh?
For anyone who's
Every
played
Saturday
against me,
they
they
do
know I
golf.
love pocket jacks.
My hand up
Everybody
and
else
down.
hates it. Maybe it's the reason why I love it. We'll see if Peter
wow.
can make something happen with
That's
it.
pretty good, yeah.
Yannick ends up getting ace jack.
Snowstorm.
raise to
Right
24.
beside it.
Yeah, okay.
gonna do?
Yeah, we're gonna do, yeah.
He's gonna 3-bet Peter.
67.5 after. Oh, that wasn't me. Sorry, that's you. Yeah, sorry, you got 67.5.
Peter shoves it all
Is
in.
it all in?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, 34.5.
Gonna punish Yannick for 3-betting him on the button.
Oh, no.
Well, that's alright.
He
And
almost-
Yannick calls.
Good luck, guys. Jacks. Ace jack.
Peter's gonna need to dodge an ace here. It's a great spot for pocket jacks. Really, it's the best situation. No ace for Yannick. That's all he's running to, unless it's runner straight. Oh, a king now.
Oh,
4 and 8. Oh, there is the straight.
wet.
Yeah.
Both players
Ay,
end up
ay,
splitting that
ay,
pot.
Just chop that.
Just split it. Ay, ay,
Could have been a king or
Yeah, that's right.
A bit unlucky for Peter there. He did have the best hand.
Okay, so action is Peter first. And Katie's action.
Katie just coming in from a smoke outside. Let her play her hand since it got folded around to her.
Call, check.
Got ourselves blind versus blind pot. Laura takes a small stab at it. Just wins the blinds. Laura's in second place here in chips, 174K. Katie's still in first. You guys are in the chat. Come say hi. See, we got some viewers. Glad you guys could all be here tonight.
That's 14.
Jeremy making it 14K. King 10 suited. Early position. Gets folded around to the blinds. Now Jeremy has position on these players. Peter's got ace 10 though. Looks like Jeremy ends up hitting a nice little flush draw.
45.
It's not a terrible flop for Laura either, but multi-way it's not, small pair like that is not very good. Unless you end up hitting your set.
Do you guys play often? Like, are you guys friends or do you guys know each
Yeah,
other?
we know each other.
You guys came in together and I'm like,
Yeah.
do they know each other?
No, we play casino and online as well.
Yeah.
Trying to get to know some of the players.
Oh, glad you guys could be here.
Yeah, I was watching your videos and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why not? Let's try it out. And I texted him, I was like, check this guy out.
Yeah, it is certainly unique. It's,
I had a friend come on, Ben.
oh, Ben, yeah.
Yeah,
Gentle Ben.
I don't know. I don't know much.
Oh,
but
let's see, John is in the chat.
He's been on.
Way to go, guys.
I don't know,
Nice to see that you're here, John.
Cracked my
but
ace.
it's funny. He got it twice.
Twice.
John is going to be on next week's episode. Next week's
Yeah, the
live
chat was
stream.
going nuts for it.
Oh, yeah. It
There's
was,
a couple shorts with John. If you guys
Yeah.
seen last night,
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
had a
Crack your aces on
pretty
keyboard.
interesting pot. It's getting quite a bit of views.
What a dealer.
So make sure to go check that out on the social medias.
Lunch.
20 more.
It's looking like we're having a little bit of a graphical error here. Trying to let the dealer catch up with the action. See what these players have here in a moment.
All good.
I won't say one.
There we go. Ace 9 versus ace 8.
I'll check you, man.
Tim's got the ace of spades. 3 spades on the board.
Check it again.
Ends up hitting his 2 on the turn. Something's going on with the graphics here. Getting ahead of everything.
Burn.
Didn't burn.
You didn't burn, that's the burn.
Sorry, I'm having issues with my tablet. Reading the wrong cards.
We're having a lot of
I
issues.
don't remember what that was, but
It's like queen.
It was a queen of diamonds.
Sometimes the tablet, it's the table. One little error can screw up everything.
Ace high.
Makes it very time consuming to fix later, so
8.
Make sure we're.
Nice paper.
it will screw up the stacks.
What'd you have, Ace?
I'm wondering if it's because I put the cards over top of it. It was,
Nice hand, man. Yeah.
Saying Tim won that pot, but it was actually going to
No, it
Yannick.
wasn't the burn cards. No, it wasn't the burn cards either. It could have been someone's hand didn't get read on their sensor, and then maybe when they folded it, it went over the. I think that's probably what it was. But
Yeah, because as long as it's red, the middle won't pick it up, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I think someone didn't have their cards scanned on their sensor, so it screwed up with the flop. Stuff like that happens. It's, nothing's perfect. You know, the system's never perfect.
that's 12.
Hopefully we got that stuff fixed now. Katie ends up making it 12K with pocket 8s. Peter's got ace jack on the button.
Good luck.
Shoves it in.
3,000.
I'm on.
Now Tim's all in. He's got
Is
pocket
all in
kings.
for 203.
That's going to put Katie in a really weird spot. Tim's all in. That's a large all in. 207K.
I got kings.
Great spot for Tim here. Just needs to dodge an ace. Oh, that flop does not help Peter at all. Gonna need to improve. Still nothing. Looking for an ace. He does not get it.
Okay, bud.
Peter is our second elimination of the night. Ends up getting 9th place. We are now down to 8 players. 2 more, and the big blind ante gets cut in half. That's how we do it here. To try to give the players more play. That big blind ante can be difficult to deal with shorthanded.
No, we're still 3-6.
Decide to cut it in half once we get to 6 players.
I have the. All right.
There's a raise.
That's 12.
To raise to 40.
We raise to.
Trying to catch up on the graphics.
We can share it. Watch the cord, it's
Yes.
around the chair. Watch, watch, watch.
All right. Okay. Sorry, we're good. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pause the blind and get this figured out first. Okay, we're good.
So we got Noah versus Yannick. Gut shot for Noah. Yannick still got the best hand here with his 7s. Not a great flop for him though, 2 overs. Noah can easily be playing any of those 2 overs.
That's 10.
Noah's gonna throw it a little feeler bet out there. Fires out 10K.
All in for 50,000. It's probably not accurate, so.
Noah decides to shove the rest of his stack in there. 50K on a gut shot.
Yeah, 50 on the dot. Yeah.
What a call.
Yannick calls.
All in a call.
There's only 40K more for him to make the call here. Noah's running to a king, jack, or queen. Pocket 7s are still the best hand. And the 7s hold.
Game Noah.
Noah ends up getting eliminated now in 8th place. The graphics there still showing that he's in the game, but he's not. No longer in this tournament. It's eliminated.
Yeah,
8th place.
Talk with the boys.
Yeah.
Try to get stuff fixed here. I think everything is all fixed, all the stacks. Shouldn't have any more issues. Tony shoves all in. These short stacks. Katie quickly calls. King 4 suited. Trying to eliminate these short stacks. Ooh, there's Katie's king. Well, Tony's got a heart draw now with a straight draw. There's the heart on the river. Tony ends up doubling up. Ends up getting a flush there with his jack 7.
6 ball corner pocket, bud.
Puts him right back in the game. He's got 8 big blinds. Although the lines have gone up, they're up 3,000, 6,000 now with the 6,000 big blind ante. One more player out, and that ante will get cut in half. He's getting folded around to Tony again, who wakes up with pocket 9s on the button. Is he going to shove again? He does. 50K into the pot. Katie's got a fun little hand too. Jack 10 suited. Lets it go. Yannick folds as well. Tony only takes down the blinds. Sure he's happy with that either way.
Blinds are huge now. Got some blinds.
22 to 65 real quick.
See, Alex is our shortest stack, 6 big blinds. Tony is right behind him with 10 big blinds. Katie on the button. Queen 2 suited. Decides to put some pressure on the short stack.
30.
30 total.
Alex shoves his remaining stack in there. I imagine Katie's not going to get away from it now. Alex, Queen 9. Queen 2 for Katie. Katie's going to need a 2 here. What's going to happen here? It looks like it's a split pot. The 9 doesn't play.
Saved by the bell, yeah.
So lucky kid.
Both players
The
queen
ante gets split though too.
is the best hand on a double paired
For wins, just add.
ace and 10 board. Tony, pocket aces. Pocket pairs are blessing Tony here in this tournament.
That's 16.
I think he's trying to get a little bit of action. Decided that a shove was not the right play. He might just take down the blinds either way. He does. Shows the aces.
Oh, wow.
Those pocket aces.
Contemplated for a second.
I'm fine with that.
Tony's slowly moving up with all those little blinds and aces that he's taking. 13 big blinds now. See, Jeremy has kind of moved down.
It's like a memorial one.
Jeremy's a bit short stacked as well. But he gets the pocket aces. The same aces as Tony from the last hand.
Right.
I assure you, the dealer shuffled.
The family puts them on every year.
It's rare, but it still happens.
That's 19.
Jeremy fires out 19.
But I won it last year, so I need to go back to donate.
Looks like Jeremy's going to take it. He's going to show the aces.
Oh my, they're making their way around the
Same two aces,
table.
too. Same two, yeah.
Hey, coming to you next.
I don't want them.
What time is that,
It's
sir?
all right. We watch the cards every time, so just so people know. Every hand the cards get watched.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Usually people blame the dealer not shuffling the cards.
Never folded them, but it sucks.
Not shuffled.
Right.
It's rare, but it can happen. You guys are watching this stream here tonight. Let me know who's here in the chat. Don't forget to like the video as well.
See if I'm allowed.
All those likes will help promote this channel and help promote the video a little bit better.
But then he'll be home, which means he can take his sister to
How we grow on YouTube.
tomorrow night. So I can get him home before the game starts.
All at 79 plus, so it'd be what, 85?
Looks like Yannick calls, Tim calls, and then Jeremy shoves over top with pocket, oh no, pocket 9s for Yannick, sorry. King Jack for Jeremy. King Jack suited.
It's like $200 for an Airbnb that I spent 3
Jeremy
hours.
stealing those blinds. He knows those blinds are valuable.
Poker players.
I busted out the night before.
Looking at the
at,
players
like,
here
3
who went to
a.m.
Showdown. Jeremy has won 100% of his showdowns. Yannick, 80%. Tony is at 80% as well.
Right.
I'll take it.
I used to be off every second Friday, and it got changed every second Monday, and I was kind of annoyed at first. Oh, sorry. I was kind of annoyed at first because I liked my Friday off, but then I realized the casino formats are lining
So
up with
Tim's
my
gonna
Monday
limp in
off,
on the button.
so-
Jeremy calls in the small blind. Tony checks behind. Tim hits a pair of deuces. Jeremy hits top pair with his 9.
That's 22.
Jeremy 22K bet, wins that pot. Jeremy slowly building up his stack. He's at 20 big blinds now.
For a tournament,
I probably
Telling you, those blinds and antes are valuable. Those who are willing to attack them.
You need it under sensor. Okay, there you go.
Oh,
By
I
some
know.
of the root players.
Pardon?
Yeah, it just needs to go on
There's
sensor.
been
It was good.
people at my
You got it right
cash table
eventually.
upstairs before that have spoken to the dealer to the point where I'm like.
Like
"Listen, you
Yannick
don't
calls
wanna be allowed
under the gun."
Players to talk to their dealers like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And usually if you say something like
Tim
that,
calls.
they shut up, but like, until somebody says something.
Jeremy calls with the
they just
A7
keep
suited.
berating them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not helping, you're just making the poor thing more flustered, like.
I'd go back to
Like a
a
5-way pot.
And like, just the timers and stuff.
Right?
I'd like it.
Jeremy hits top pair with his
And
ace.
they confuse tournament dealers, like.
It's the best hand here. Everyone else is pretty low percentage. Looks like everyone missed. Jeremy fires out 16K. A pretty good value bet, especially in a multi-way pot.
I asked Jeff about that.
Get a little
He would do
feeler
it
bet out
himself,
there.
yeah.
See what everyone else is doing.
The manager doesn't want to do that or something.
He takes down the pot. Jeremy wins
Don't do
another.
battles anymore.
I see May is in the chat. Unfortunately, May, I have no idea what you're saying.
Oh yeah?
What's coming up?
I only speak English. I'm sorry.
2009.
Alex shoves all in here, under the gun.
I busted in first.
Yes. Yeah, give us your
Round.
You're all in?
What's the count?
Okay.
32.
32 all in?
Pre-COVID, at the 330 to 550 level. was
Laura's got
getting
ace jack.
off from me. I wasn't
This
regularly
could be it for Alex.
I had gone over
Tim's got king queen.
times before Red George
Kind of a weird
shut
spot with this hand, especially with a player calling behind.
I busted in
Makes you
first
wonder if you're going
round.
to be crushed a good portion of the time.
Flush
Tim
with
calls.
open, royal flush draw. King high and we went all
I-
in, but he had
Great spot for anybody to try to
ace and
squeeze here.
times, so they both-
Although I can't see Laura getting away from her hand.
This goes for you for me.
Oh yeah. But then after I busted out, I went and played a quarter
Three-way
machine,
pot.
75 cents.
Alex ends up hitting his nines.
19,800.
It's a great flop for Alex.
First place
Can't
is
ask
like
for better,
24.
really.
It was like, well, pretty much one first first.
I think Laura and Tim are just going to be checking it all the way down to the river.
Great.
Queen.
Tim ends up hitting his queen on the river.
That's the most.
That's going to eliminate Alex.
Thank you.
Alex ends up getting eliminated 7th place. We are now down to 6-handed. That means that the big blind ante is now cut in half.
Welcome anytime if you,
It is now 3,000 instead of 6. Hopefully that induces a little more action at this table. Seen quite a bit of limped pots. Oh, actually, it looks like blinds have gone up this hand. Now 4,000, 8,000 with a 4,000 big blind ante. Jeremy's going to make it 22, and he's going to steal that pot. See, Jeremy is moving up the ranks here. He's in 3rd
Goes
place.
over to it.
Tim is in 1st place. Katie is slowly moving down the chart.
all I have to do is pull the
She
rail
was
off
top
and
of the
then I
list
can
there at the
access-
start of the final table.
Yeah, and that will be, that's originally how I wanted it designed.
Still in great shape though.
Yeah, it's just way better, but it's a small sacrifice. Cool.
Tony's gonna flat call here with Jack 9 suited.
I'll check. I'll
Laura
check in the
folds her
dark.
small blind and Tim checks the big blind. Tim's ace high is still the best hand. Ooh, a club draw now for Tony, as well as a straight draw. Bit shocked he didn't try to bet that. Oh, Jack high. The ace high is going to take it.
You needed a club on the river. You did.
Really interesting pot. I'm glad everybody could be here tonight. You know, if you guys are in the chats, you know, say hello. We'd love to see who's in there. Also, don't forget to like the video because it does help us. So if you haven't done that already, be sure to do so.
Pulled the Jamie Bull, did he? Nice.
Okay, need it on the, so try to put it, yeah, there we go.
Tony now.
Just
Pocket
all in
sixes
for 54,000.
under the gun.
Might be actually off.
I don't know what it is.
I want to check just because I've been
40,
Right.
54, it's right.
That's right, yeah.
54K all in. Up to Yannick now. King Queen offsuit.
$54, yeah.
You gonna defend, Jeremy?
Tony trying to entice a call. Looks like he wants to double up.
I said I'd like to look at one, but I can't do that.
It's one of those, eh?
Show?
Jeremy,
The king 8.
he lets it go.
We were dominated.
One of those
Ace
tweeters.
8.
What's that?
Ace 8.
What's that?
Ace 8.
Ace king.
Ace king. Oh, that's better.
You were drawn to an 8, but
See, Tim,
there were still 3 of them
top
left in the
stack
red.
still.
48.
Had to know the
Tony's 8 big blinds now.
I don't believe you.
It was an easy push.
Yeah.
That's 16.
16K bet from Katie now with pocket fours. Tim wakes up with pocket kings again on the button. Decides to 3-bet here now to 36K. See if Katie's gonna want to set line here. Quite a large bet for Katie to call, but she's gonna take the chance on this final table. She might be able to find a better spot. Probably thinking at best, she's flipping. Tim shows her the king. She now knows that was a good fold. Tim increasing his chip stack and his chip
Can I
lead.
get you to move right where Alex?
Laura and Tony.
Like, oh my god, this is way too intense.
Oh, gotcha.
Still
My wife's
short
same way. She
stacks
doesn't
at
go
this
on the rides at all
table.
because she gets like motion
See if
sickness.
Yannick's gonna make something happen here. He's got king 10 offsuit under the gun.
Yeah, well, she walks around. She likes watching it. Like she walks around and just.
Call
It's like he flat calls.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Best ride in the park by far.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
On the first drop, like when we dropped, I came out of my seat a little bit. I thought I was dead. I'm like, I'm done. If we hit this turn, I'm gonna die. Like, I was like,
Tim calls with 10-5 suit.
but then all the gravity sticks you to see.
Tony putting maximum pressure on these players. Punishing those limpers, that's what you do.
How much is it?
58.
58.
Call.
Alex?
Oh?
Yeah.
Okay, I fold.
Yannick calls. Great spot for Tony. Tony's got Yannick crushed here.
Good luck, Tony. Good luck, man.
All in and a call.
10 to the hot.
Oh, spades, oh. Hit your queen.
That is queen here, but Yannick, ooh, there's a spade on the turn. Yannick now has the flush draw.
You good?
Hits the 10 on the river,
No,
but
You're good. Hit your
it's no
queen.
good.
You're good, yeah, you're good.
You needed a spade.
Tony doubles up.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So,
That's why I
Great
said,
spot.
don't
I was
so
so focused on the 10, I wasn't even looking at the queen.
Looking at how you could lose, eh?
Tony's sitting at 17 big blinds. Actions to
No,
Tim
my
here
first
now.
time.
Ace
Yeah.
9
Need that
offsuit
8,000.
under the gun, 6-handed.
We're going
Not a
down
terrible
for
hand.
50th birthday.
Limps in.
Tony?
Yeah,
This huge stack. I thought he was going to attack those blinds.
Haven't left mounted yet. The flights and the booking of the hotel was 35.
See if Katie decides to do it though with her ace 6.
I haven't left mounted. It's crazy.
She does. 25K.
Yeah. Unreal.
Actions to Laura here.
Oh, he-
Tim looks like he's regretting his limp. Shows Katie the ace.
I know you do. I know you do. Bigger than mine.
No, unfortunately, Tim, you had a bigger card than Katie. See the pre-flop raise here. Tony's been the most
I love the
aggressive.
obviously
Katie
the
second
back
place
line.
for the
Or
aggression.
my wife
Tim
had
is just behind
like
Katie
that.
at 15%.
That's where like literally a third of the park. That's
Yeah.
where they were.
Yep.
Aggression, I think, is going to win this final table here. Who's ever willing to take that chance?
I wouldn't want to take my case.
Become a little more aggressive, stealing those blinds. And speaking of that, Katie makes it 20K.
Didn't want to hang out with me. I'm like,
Although raising the big stacks big blind. Not sure what she has yet, but she more than likely has a decent hand.
Just go have fun. I'm gonna go to sleep to go gamble.
Ace queen for Katie.
Yeah, well, my sister was
Sitting at
with
the
us
Flamingo.
too, so.
Thanks.
Tim calls on the big blinds. He's got 9-6, he's gonna defend.
Everybody said it's fairly strict, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, an open-ended for Tim.
Go down for the
A
world.
9 or 6 is good for him as well. Oh, there's the straight for Tim. Katie is now looking for a king or a 9 to get a better straight. Tries to take a stab at the pot.
Pocket nine.
Tim ends up 3-betting her. Tim's showing all of his hands. Trying to get the respect at the table, showing that he's not bluffing. Maybe he's going to use that as a tactic later
Yeah.
to try to steal these blinds where people might believe him.
Call.
Blinds are 5,000, 10,000 now. The 5,000 big blind ante.
I call.
Tony limps in under the gun with queen jack suited. Everyone else limps in. Four-way going to this flop. It's like Tim ends up hitting his set of threes.
Suspense is killing me.
On me?
That option is super good.
Heart draw out there. No one's got any hearts.
That is 30.
30K bet from Tim. Pretty large bet. I think he's trying to protect his hand, but nobody has anything. He's probably just going to win the pot here and now. As suspected, everybody folds. Tim showing a hand again.
Pocket threes.
Showing the set of threes on the flop.
I didn't like the hearts. Yeah, and good. Yeah, I didn't like the hearts. I'm just gonna put a bet out there.
Tim's got over
Might
40%
have bet my top.
of the chips on the table.
Yeah.
Mandalay Bay Shark Reef Aquarium, and there's the Tiger exhibit, and a
Nice.
whole bunch of different stuff, so. Should be details on the MGM website.
Tim folds the ace-4.
What's the poker like there? Is it a lot of fun?
The what?
The poker is it good?
Tony's trying to get into a pot cheap.
Yes. I've never been.
Katie
a
checks with the deuces.
Really good at WSOP or.
Got position on Tony, just blind versus blind action.
Go down to the nine.
But
Great
everywhere
flop for the
has like
sixes.
dailies and.
Katie's in a conversation here.
Nugget.
Curious to know if she's just gonna check behind and play it a little bit
Yeah.
slow. She doesn't.
I saw a guy sit down 10 grand.
Like makes it 13K.
And the chips falling everywhere.
That's funny.
Tony,
Over 10 grand.
he folds. Katie takes down that pot.
1-2, yeah. Wow.
Remember, if you guys are in the chat,
Would you like some chips?
make sure to come over here and say hi. I'd love to know who's all in there. It says here that we have 8 or 9 viewers. So if you guys are in there, be sure to come over here and say hi. Don't forget to like the video if you guys are new here, or subscribe
Like
for
3,
more
4
content.
highs.
All in 79.
It's
Moving into the next hand here. Laura shoves all in here with ace queen.
Bird agrees.
29.
79.
79K. Looks like she's just going to win the blinds. Still a decent amount of blinds. See who's been the most aggressive here. Tim and
I'm gonna try to go
Katie
see a sports game too, like
are
hockey
the
game
top
or
players here,
something too.
36% and 35%. Everyone else is
Yeah, I
hovering
heard
around the
tickets are cheap.
25% mark.
Yeah.
Not bad for this final table.
first rain from Caesars.
Okay.
So 10th outside.
Absent.
Abstinence.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
So good.
Really?
It's,
Yeah,
it's great.
okay.
It's worth it.
Okay.
And it's forever changing.
Okay.
And if you can see a Cirque du Soleil,
Yeah, definitely.
Pick one of those.
Yeah.
the Beatles were still
Hey,
good.
in the chat. Glad you're here.
Wish my wife was coming with us, but she's not. It's an all guys trip. So
Oh, okay.
my wife's like, we'll have to go next time with you and I. Like, it's like for me, like it's I go to shows with her. Go to both shows and stuff with my wife. She's not a gambler, so.
You can see that because the cameras are on.
Glad
No.
everybody could be here tonight.
They're the last
It's not a game board either, and that's why I haven't been to Vegas yet.
Yeah.
Ace King for Tim under the
There's
gun.
so much to do in Vegas besides gamble.
Absolutely.
See if he's gonna.
It's a 35 guys.
There's a
35K
zombie
bet.
burlesque show, and it's
Pretty big raise.
Yeah.
and it's worth going. And it's not
4.5x bet pre-flop. Jeremy's got pocket jacks, and he only flat calls behind.
You want me big guy? All right.
Going to a flop here. Great flop for Jeremy.
Check it.
Tim completely misses.
Collins of 96.
Jeremy trying to get this pot. No more cards are coming down. Maximum pressure on Tim. Tim's probably wondering if Jeremy even hit that flop. Jeremy's hand, I think it's pretty well disguised here. Tim's playing with his chips. He's really giving it some thought. And he calls.
Yeah, ace king.
Low numbers.
Tim calls with ace high here, ace king high. Not a terrible call, really, if you think about it. Ooh, and there's the king on the turn. Jeremy's gonna need a jack and does not get it.
Game.
Unlucky for Jeremy. He got himself in the best spot possible. He ends up getting eliminated in 6th place. We are now down to 5-handed. Tim increases his chip lead, 509K. He's got 55% of the chips on the table now. Very unlucky for Jeremy.
Tony
Can't be
folds.
mad at that. He got it in good.
Easy fold.
We're now on the money bubble as well. We are paying top 4 players. Yannick ends up hitting top pair. Tim has 7 deuce. Not sure what he's doing in here. He's probably just playing around, trying to give some of the chips back.
How much you get behind there, man?
57 says, actually after. 57, 15 plus 57. Or,
No.
57 minus 15.
that would be 57, sorry. So I'll just count chips. We'll stop going with the tablet. Tablet has been wrong all night. That's 30, 40, 55.
55. Okay.
Tim trying to get a chip stack count here. Not sure why. This is just gonna try to bluff Yannick here.
Too bad.
See, Laura and Yannick still the shortest stacks at the table. 7 and 8 big blinds. Tony's not far behind. Katie's even getting down there as well. 14 big blinds for her. Still anybody's game though.
Call.
Option.
30 more.
Tony making it 40K to go. Tim calls. Certainly splashing around now that he's got some chips. Tony completely misses that flop. Tony might be putting.
Oh, sorry.
I apologize.
No, it's all good, man. No, it's all good.
You're on my deaf side.
Having a hard time flipping that card. A little dramatic.
Check.
Tim ends up hitting a pair of fives on the river. Shove there from Tony might have won that pot. Tim's adding to his large stack. I imagine we're going to start seeing some all-ins here soon. Glad everybody could be here tonight.
Sit down.
It's always fun interacting with the chat.
Oh, well. 71. 77.
Our home game parrot squawking in the background. Tony shoves a small blind there and unfortunately just wins the blinds. Katie's got the 7 deuce. I'm sure Tony will take whatever he can at this point.
Nope, put it on.
Tim has an overwhelming chip lead.
Bird, be quiet. See, it sounds like that, but I just don't know.
Parrot in the background.
It's like-
You won't see that on any high-end
If I'm
stream
trying to do like a
at a casino.
Yeah.
This ain't Hustlers, this ain't the Lodge. This is all out poker. Home game special.
Kind of figured out a couple tricks to keep them quiet though. While
What do they eat? Just mostly like.
there's like they can eat anything.
Okay.
Like, there's like certain things that like they can't eat that's like poisonous. Like avocados are poisonous to them.
Okay.
Onions are poisonous.
Okay.
I don't know. It's more of like what's poisonous to them from
Yeah.
compared to like what they
What
eat.
they
Because
eat,
they
yeah.
can literally eat like anything.
Gotcha.
It's like action is to Laura. 7 deuces going around. Laura folds. Tim is trying to get into some pots cheap here with these short stacks.
Option. Check.
We've got ourselves a 4-way limped pot. 45K in the middle. Tony hits his ace.
Check.
15.
Tim hits a queen.
That's 15. Call.
Tim firing out a little feeler bet out there. Gonna need to improve though. He's gonna need a queen or a 5 if he wants to beat Tony in this pot. I don't think Tony's getting away from anything.
35.
Not with his short stacked.
Two pair. Ruby again. Bring that Ruby again. Yeah.
Tim getting lucky on that river yet again. Ends up hitting that 5. Tony. That's unfortunate for Tony with his ace. Might have thought that he was out kicked and trying to play it a little bit slow. Didn't work out though.
If I was carry, I would have called there. Nobody knows what happened there.
Laura's gonna win the pot. Win those blinds. See, Tony's down to 2 big blinds. In absolute terrible shape. Yannick is not in good shape either. Everyone else is just sitting around the 10 big blind mark. Blinds are up now to 6,000, 12,000 with a 6K big blind ante.
31,000.
Tony, no better time. King
40
Jack
something.
suited. It's time to get it in. When you're that short, you just got to put it in and hope for the best. You know, you're trying to win the tournament, but we are on the bubble,
46.
so they might just be trying to survive long enough to get into the money.
No, we're getting this fixed, so it shouldn't be too many issues.
Katie's got ace 4 suited. 115K behind. She puts it all in.
115, but
She's gonna take a chance.
use that when it rings.
Good luck on this.
King Jack suited versus ace 4 suited. A 60-40 here. Oh, there's two spades on the board. Katie's ace high is still good. Tony needs a king or jack or a 10. There's the 10 on the river. Tony ends up hitting the straight, but Katie ends up hitting the flush on the river. That 10 was the wrong suit.
Tony, bud. Good game, buddy.
Tony ends up getting eliminated on the bubble in 5th place. We are now in the money. I believe 4th place is $120, so all the players are at least guaranteed that. I believe 1st place was $660. Getting folded around to Tim in the small blind. Katie's got some chips now. Certainly going to help her. Ourselves a blind versus blind action. Katie hits a pair of 8s.
Did you fart over there?
No.
Frank.
15.
Yeah.
Dealer trying to
I couldn't help it.
lighten up the table a little bit.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah, the game's getting so serious. It's already.
15K bet from Katie, and Tim's calling. Tim must be a non-believer or something here. Katie's gonna probably value bet him again. 25K. That 9 of spades down there is actually not a bad card to bluff at. Completes a lot of straights. You could represent the 10. A 3-bet there might have got Katie to fold. Tim decides to let it go, though.
I'm all in.
Laura.
79,000 all in.
Ace
Could be-
jack
Could be wrong.
suited.
Looks right.
It's time to put it in 69K.
65.
69?
Looks like she's just gonna win the blinds here.
Don't matter.
Matters to me.
Who's that?
Is that in?
Oh, yeah.
that is-
Small one. Thanks.
Not bad, those blinds will help.
That should be it for screwed up stack.
Yannick is now down to 3 big blinds. These players are just hanging on, barely hanging on, may I mention. They're gonna need a miracle to come back. Tim's got the old 7 deuce. Ooh, ace 10 suited for Katie on the button.
25,000.
That's a little bit of aggression there, 25K. Everybody folds. Those blinds are not bad to grab. Certainly adds to your chip count. Just got to be willing to go after them. Let's take a look at our VPIPs here. Tim, 46%. Katie is at 34%. Yannick, 25%. And Laura is at 19%. We are short-handed here, so you'll probably expect to see these VPIPs a little higher.
Well, that's good, man.
Players are fighting for those blinds.
Good luck, Colin.
Says 40,000. Could be.
Yannick decides to put it in here. Ace Jack, offsuit.
It's not great.
It's close, yeah. 40,000. 42?
42. 43.
42.
Gets folded over to Tim
You're still the
here.
handing, Katie, or you
No,
still?
I.
King
You
7.
shoot him and I? It's only 30,000 more, right?
30K more.
Yeah, I call.
Yeah, I think you got to call here as well. Such short stack, you just got to put it in. You know you're probably behind, but you never know. See if Tim can eliminate a player here. 3 hearts come down. Tim's got a king of hearts, giving Yannick a little bit of a sweat.
There's a jack.
There's the jack, but he still has the hearts or a
Good
king.
answer. Nice in. Nice in.
Does not get it though. Yannick doubles up.
Little
A
sweat for ya.
well-needed double for sure.
Nice in.
Katie in the chat, tell Kiwi we say hello. I will tell Kiwi, although I do not want her talking. Not while I'm doing my commentary. You never know though. She doesn't want to join me in the commentary booth, aka my computer. Yannick getting pocket kings. Got to put her in here.
Raise 25.
25.
25K bet. Tim's got queen 10 suited.
Fold.
Katie with her favorite hand, 7 deuce. I only say that because she's in the chat. Ooh, top pair for
for
Tim now. But Yannick's got the pocket kings. I imagine the money's going to get in here.
25.
I'm all in.
25K bet from Yannick. Tim shoves all in. Yannick quickly calls.
Oh, nice hand.
Great spot.
Nice hand.
Tim still got some outs though. He needs a queen or a 10. He's got backdoor diamonds too as well. And there's the diamond.
Good hand.
Although he does not get anything. Yannick ends up with another double up. That's putting Yannick right back into this game. Giving a little bit more chips to play around with. We'll see Yannick is in third place, 17 big blinds. Laura is now in terrible shape, 5 big blinds. Katie and Yannick are pretty much in the same position now.
50.
Ace queen for Laura.
69.
Time to put it in, and she does. 69K. Katie has a fun little hand of 7-6 suited. Imagine Yannick's going to fold as well. Laura wins the blinds again. Probably not what she wants, but you know, it's better than losing and getting eliminated. Glad everyone can be here. You know, we got some new players in the chat as well. We got, what does it say, 11 people watching right now. So thank you guys for being here. Make sure to like and subscribe. Moving to the hand here. Tim's got 9-6 suited. Folds. Katie on the button is going after those blinds and antes. 25K bet. Laura's got ace-3. She's probably going to put it in here.
75 plus 12.
It's like another 60-40 situation if Katie makes the call. It's got to be expected. They're going to go after that short stack.
92.
See if
93.
Katie's going to make the call here.
Oh, yes, right.
That's
Call.
right, yeah.
Oh, right, big call. Is
87.
that what you said in the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
I think 75.
Oh, okay.
Then 87K chip stack. Laura's certainly not complaining about that. That's still a great size pot for Laura to win, especially with her hand. Adds 31K into her chip stack.
Yeah, I gotta start watching that big blind ante thing. Because I noticed that too. There was
No,
a-
it's good there,
there
yeah.
was a big blind here.
Laura's at 10 big blinds. Katie's sitting at 15, as well as Yannick as well. It's Tim's big blind now. We'll see if any of these players are going to want to go after this pot, knowing he's the biggest stack. Laura's trying to get in cheap.
I'll check
Tim
it.
decides that they wants to see a flop. Both players have pretty much the same hand here. 9-5 offsuit. See if one of them can end up hitting a flush or something. Tim's got the 9 of spades, but running spades here for Tim would give him the pots. Oh, both players hit a pair of 9s now. It's a 50-50.
Call.
Michael's in the chat. Quality audio and video, Dave. Well done. Thank you, Mike.
Just a
I
9.
appreciate you being here.
I'll be doing
Kick the
it.
front.
No, same with mine.
Take a look at our pre-flop raises here. Katie's being the most aggressive at the table. 23%. Everyone else
Yeah, me too.
is sitting around the 10 to 15% mark.
Freaking poker stuff on TikTok. I had one
Aggression
that
is
you-
going to win this final table,
Really,
I
eh?
think.
From TikTok?
Especially if you're taking those blinds and
Because of
antes.
the comments or just?
Glad everybody
No,
could be
it was,
here.
The video. They claimed the video was against the.
If you guys haven't liked and subscribed, please do
guidelines.
so, as it will help us grow on this channel.
Do they know what to
We're gonna try to do more live streams. We're gonna get into some live streaming
He
cash
said it was
as
gambling.
well as some tournaments.
But I mean, there's not really any proof that it's gambling, right? We're just playing poker, but they just frame it as that. Sorry, can you check that?
Yeah.
Check, check.
Check.
So
King
King 10 is gonna take it here. Quickly move into the next hand. Ace 8 for Laura, and she folds. A bit surprising here, given her her stack size.
Oh,
Katie trying to get into
Option. Check, check.
a cheap pot. Ooh, there's a jack for Yannick. Open-ended for Katie.
Check. Option.
Queen, king, or 8 for Katie will win her this pot. Little 16K bet from Yannick. Katie decides to see another. Seven. Changes nothing. Katie still needs some help. Yannick putting some more pressure. It's like he makes a 30K bet. Pretty good sized bet. Good value bet. Katie folds.
Pocket 7 again?
See Katie, 7 big blinds now. She's now the shortest stack at the table. Yannick sitting in second place.
video, but the chat
Tim,
didn't.
an overwhelming chip lead still.
Available.
Oh, it might not be on your
With the live
phone.
chat.
Were you watching it on
It is
your
on
phone?
other channels, so.
Is it? That is weird.
Like it was available when.
See
the
what's gonna
live stream
happen
was
here.
going on,
Laura,
but
ace queen
it's not available
on the big
now.
blind.
Can't see what the chat was saying. I think there's an option.
I have to like manipulate the link in a way to get clicks. And it's so dumb. Face my hate.
King 9 offsuit for Katie. I'm sorry, May. I don't know what you're saying in the chat. I see you chatting there. I'm glad you're here.
Oops.
Katie making it 35K here. Trying to go after Tim's big blind. Got a great hand to defend though. Ace 3 offsuit. Katie's got position though. $86K in that pot. Katie's got 90K behind. See if Katie's gonna try to take a stab. She does. 25K. It's a good sized pot for Katie. That's pretty much a double up from what she had for her stack. 176K now. She's pretty much caught up to Yannick.
Like the social media stuff, that's like, that makes a massive difference.
These blinds are getting quite large. We're at 8K, 16K with an 8K big blind ante. Hand 57.
Subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things.
Yeah. All plays.
It's like a blind versus blind action.
16
Oh,
and
16.
8.
Sorry. Alright, just trying to make sure. Trying to do my job as a dealer, not doing what we're doing.
Both Tim and Katie have the best hand.
Check two.
See if Katie's going to take advantage of her position here. You know, players are just checking it down to the river.
Check.
10 high.
Thank you.
Me too.
10 with the 7.
And with the
Looks
7.
like we got ourselves a split pot.
Sweet.
see Katie and Tim here now are the most aggressive at the table, around 40%. That could be why they have the larger stacks.
I mean, I'd
The
love
big
to
blind
have
ante
big
can
blind.
be a killer at this table if you're not careful. Anyone who's able to manage their chip stack well will do well in these tournaments. Katie with the 7 deuce. Calling in the small blind. Got Yannick crushed though with 3 deuce. King 7-3. Both players end up hitting a pair. Although Yannick is only running to 2 outs with 2 threes left in the deck.
Oh,
16K bet from Yannick. Katie calls. It might worry him a little bit.
Check.
Both players checking behind. A little bit worried probably about that king.
7.
3.
What do you guys think so far in the play? We're down to 4-handed here. The players are now in the money, guaranteed at least $120.
Oh yeah, that's right. I went with
Ace 9 suited now for Tim.
26.
Looking at our chip stacks. Laura, 6 big blinds.
35 years, full pension.
3 1 on.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Small blind, big blind.
Yeah.
Action is to Katie. Ace 5 for Yannick on the button.
8.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to take a stab at these blinds. Not sure if the blinds are accurate now.
I'll check.
They are 8,000, 16,000. It was just weird because I seen Tim bet 26 last hand. It shouldn't have went through. Something was a little strange.
But I kind of wanted to be in it,
Oh.
right? Like, yeah.
I'll check too, big guy.
Anyone's pot here. Yannick's still the best hand
Heart
here
check.
with ace high. He's got a little gut shot. Although 3 hearts down on the board. Ace high is going to be the best hand here.
My
Ace high is
deuce,
good.
my deuce would have won.
Ace high is good,
Ace
sir.
queen two. Who knew?
Tim showing a lot of hands at this table. Players are going to be able to figure out his game.
Oh,
16K bet. Got ourselves a 3-way limped pot. Katie ends up hitting a pair of queens. She has the best hand. Still the best hand. Tim cannot win this pot any longer.
that's 25.
Katie fires out a value bet. Just going to take down that pot. It's going to be a great pot for Katie to win. 81K in there. See, that moves her up to 2nd place. The blinds are getting high. Tim's chip stack is dwindling down as well. He's at 409K.
8 years, probably.
That's crazy, man.
I would have maybe stuck with 5.
8 years.
That's why it's so important to go after these blinds and antes.
Oh.
Katie flat calls in the small blind, hoping to play a cheap pot. But Yannick's got the ace 10 suited.
Moves to 32.
Yeah.
It's like he makes it
Yeah,
32 more.
He's fun.
he is.
He's got a great sense of humor.
He does.
Especially when he starts talking. He's just so funny.
Yeah.
Katie folds. Yannick's gonna add to his chip stack. Bound to see some all-ins here soon. The blinds are now 10K, 20K with a 10K big blind ante.
Because that's a big pain in the butt.
Absolutely crippling for these players if they don't start putting their money in there. They've got to start taking some chances if they want to have a chance to win this tournament.
Is there a way in GFX to like store more than one deck so that if you do have to switch out a whole deck, you can just say use deck B or whatever?
No.
Yannick and Tim.
But that's actually should be an option.
Getting involved in a pot here.
Check.
Yannick ends up hitting top pair.
He doesn't have
Tim has flopped 2 pair. This could be it for Yannick.
Not that I've seen anyway.
30K bet.
No.
Half the pot.
You're good. Is the door locked?
90,000.
Upstairs.
Tim making it 90,000. Putting Yannick pretty much all in here. Pretty tough spot for Yannick. Do you think your top pair is good? All the time, Tim has been 3-betting in this final table. He's had it. He's been showing a lot of his hands. But Yannick makes the call. Imagine the money is going in on the turn. It's got to. Nice little straight draw now for Yannick. It's a just in case. 9 will give him a straight. 6 will give him a better 2 pair. Ace will give him trips. He's got some outs. 11 outs, as we see up at the top right. Tim putting maximum pressure on him, but he lets it go.
2 pair one.
Tim showing the A7. Great fold from Yannick though, but man, he is going to be in tough shape here. Him and Laura are really just fighting for that money jump at this point. 3 and 4 big blinds. They got to make something happen. The blinds get up there. They're going to be blinded out here soon. Yannick's got the king 10. King 10. Going for that money jump. Going to try to wait it out. He just limps in. Tim calls, as does Katie. Yannick gets into a cheap pot here. Yannick ends up hitting top pair. Open-ended for Tim now.
31.
Katie's hit mid pair. This could be an interesting pot brewing. Tim makes it 31. It's a good feeler bet. Kind of a tough spot for Katie, but she makes the correct laydown.
I call.
Tim,
Not much behind, right?
No.
Yannick shoves all in. Tim quickly calls.
Good luck, Colin.
Tim is running to an ace or a 9. No better spot for Yannick to get it in here, though. You gotta take the chance.
Yeah, I'm open-ended. Good luck, man.
Yannick's got a 10 as well, so if Tim hits his jack, it's going to be open-ended for the both of them. Tim's looking for an ace or a 9. Can he get it? Ooh, and the 9 comes down on the river.
Good game, man.
Tim wins that pot with a straight. He hits his open-ended on the river. Yannick
Was it? Yeah.
ends up getting eliminated in 4th place.
Good game, man. Good game.
I believe he's taking home $120.
Is your
Laura
first live
ends up
game, man?
kind of getting into that money
Good
jump.
for you, man.
Well, I play casino.
Yeah.
Katie's in pretty rough shape as well with 9 big blinds. Not as bad as Laura with 4. Tim here, ace 8 offsuit. You're going to try to go after these short stacks.
70.
A massive bet, 70K.
Huh.
All in. So 65, so it should be 85 probably.
All in, ace 6 versus ace 8. Laura's got her money jump.
Yeah. Yeah.
85.
No better time to take a chance, though.
Have to double check here.
Although she's crushed, it's not a bad hand to get it into the pot at this point. Ooh, both players hit an ace. The board pairs. Oh, there it is. Look at that. The 2 comes down on the turn. It's going to be a chopped pot. That queen on the board plays as both players' kickers.
Yeah, I don't know. I
pretty
gotta
much
get
pot is pretty much just void.
You guys gonna chop up small blind and
Oh,
We've got ourselves a limped pot here, Laura and Tim. Neither player really hits much. Laura hits the 4. Besides that it's going in, he does have the best hand. Tim folds.
Oh yeah, we're way ahead. 2, 8, 10. I see.
80 is probably looking to hit that at least second place. Look at our VPIPs here. Tim's VPIP, 52%. Katie at 37. Laura has a 20%. Just playing the tightest at the table. We haven't seen her get involved in too many
We
hands.
always chop, right? We never played. You never played it out. Chopped.
yeah, a lot of home games are like
But
that.
we couldn't chop the groups.
probably one I.
Tim versus Katie.
That's the only thing that I
Katie
really
is
thought
crushed
about.
here with Tim's ace
You
3.
do like it?
I love it, yeah.
It's a skill. It's a whole different game.
20. How's it good? I don't know.
Really.
I've been wanting to do a heads-up tournament for a really long time.
Katie and Laura now both very similar chip stacks.
Just to find the space.
Blinds are so big now.
100.
Yeah, she's like 130, 140.
150 here.
I think there was like about 1 million chips in play in this tournament.
Thanks.
64.
Thank you.
Blinds are getting quite high.
Call.
Tim limps in on the button. He's got king 6 suited.
Ooh, group pot here.
Look at this.
See what we got here. Tim's king high is currently the best hand. Could be anybody's pot. Katie's got a nice little gut shot. Laura's just running to a jack or an 8. Katie's gonna take a stab at it.
25.
25K. Tim calls.
Yeah.
Sure, the graphics are not showing up. Not sure what's going on here with that. Having a little bit of an error. Katie ends up hitting her 3 on the river. She ends up hitting the straight. Katie taking it, making a large bet. Really putting some pressure on Tim here. Imagine Tim's just going to throw it away. Certainly having a little graphical error here. It's because the dealer's trying to catch up on the tablet with stuff. See there, Katie has her straight, although that 3 of clubs came down on the river. I believe there was a 10 of clubs. Katie's got the check mark either way. Tim, I'm not sure what Tim's doing here. He must be thinking Katie's trying to steal this pot. I think his king high might be good. It is kind of a dry-ish board. Maybe thinking that Katie was after a flush draw and missed. King high might be good here. Wow, Tim makes the call. Gonna get the bad news though. Katie has got the straight.
What'd you have?
King high. I didn't put on anything.
Nice.
Tim thought Katie was trying to bluff that pot. That puts Katie right back in this tournament. 14 big blinds, especially for the chip stacks on the table. Katie must be ecstatic about that. Putting her in a better position to win this tournament. Gives her some chips to actually fire out and be a little more aggressive. She makes it 40K here with King 7 off.
I've been getting into some anime stuff lately, so.
She's going to be playing against Tim in position. Tim calls with Queen 9. Tim's been playing pretty passive up to this point. So if Katie could be a little more aggressive, she may end up taking down these pots. Although she won't have to do that if she starts hitting. Has top pair here with the king. Tim's got a gut shot. Katie fires out 30K. Little value bet. Tim folds. Is only running to a jack there. You see, Katie is catching up to Tim. 354K for Katie. Tim is sitting at 493K. Laura is still in absolute terrible shape with 4 big blinds. She needs a lot of help. Couple double ups for her. Although she's not getting very many hands.
You can catch all these cards on TV.
Katie and Tim getting involved in a limped pot here, it looks like. Katie ends up hitting a pair of jacks.
Getting better.
That's 25.
Fold.
Possible 4-card straight out there. Someone had the 8, but no one had it.
Way good.
Katie was representing, but showed the jack to Tim.
Very good.
Glad everyone can be here tonight. You guys are in the chat. Make sure to say hello. We got May in the chat. We've seen Katie in the chat. Michael was in the chat. Daniel was in the chat. John was in the chat. Got a lot of people here. So thank you guys for being here.
All in, so 55 more.
Looks like Laura decides now is the time. Shoving in her big blind. Queen 8 suited.
No, tens.
Both Katie and Tim have pretty decent hands. She might end up getting called here.
Yeah, 55.
55 total?
55 more.
55 more?
Tim limped in, Katie limped in, and Laura shoved.
That's the ante. So that's your 20, that's your 20. 55 more.
Cool.
Tim calls. Laura gets called here. She's gonna need some help. Katie folds the ace
You're
9.
ahead, probably. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm ahead.
Wow, we see Lucas.
I was ahead.
How is Dave dealing and commentating on the live stream? I am a very talented individual. Ooh, there's Tim's jack. Laura
Good game.
is gonna get eliminated. Laura,
Good game.
third place finish. Forget what she took home. I think it was like around $160.
Welcome anytime.
Very interesting.
Appreciate you being here. Should be, I'm gonna try to make a switch on it.
Now have heads up match. Katie versus Tim.
I can just sit, right?
Glad you guys could be here tonight.
So I owe you 250. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 50.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you guys so much for being here. Lucas was wondering how is Dave dealing and commentating at the same time. It was filmed, I edited it, and then now we are watching it live. And I'm just going to commentate it live with you guys so I can interact with you guys. You know, I love doing that, and this is a better chance to do that, as this is a one-person operation. So it's not something I can do all the time. But we're going to try our best here. Any of the cash games that we play, we're going to be live. All of this stuff. This is the first time anybody is seeing this, other than me.
King 5
You
suited.
get to see a heads-up match.
Okay, but it says you're small blind. You weren't big blind last time, right? She was big blind. you were
Everybody
small
loves
blind.
Yeah,
a
it's not
good
big blind.
heads-up match.
Oh yeah, right. Why is it not working? Why did that switch you to small blind?
I don't know, but he's the small one.
I was just big blind.
Oh, you were just big blind?
Remember
Players
because
are
my
trying to
auntie
figure
was
out what's
in?
going
Yeah.
on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
It
then we
does
had
swap.
to
Yeah.
figure
The
that
tablet's
out.
right.
So I'm big blind, right? Yeah.
I was big blind.
Yeah, we always go by the tablet. Usually, most of the time, it's right, for the most part. It tracks everything really, really well at the table, as well because it does all the graphics and
I
stuff.
usually
So
go off the tablet, so that's why I was. Oh yeah, maybe you're right. That's
everyone loves a good heads-up match.
We thought
People
you did,
don't
but you're-
usually play heads-up in home games. They always end up chopping. I personally love heads-up, so I'm excited to see this heads-up match. Katie versus Tim. Tim has the chip lead, but Katie is not far behind here.
That's not, yeah, it's not
It looks like blinds have gone up as well.
This is the first I've ever ran into this error, so
Looks like we've got a tablet error.
anyway, whatever. You guys can just continue on.
Oh, we're at 30 hours.
Yeah.
Actually,
Looks like Katie's just gonna fold. I believe the blinds are up now.
yes.
Thank you.
Something's going on with the tablet. You just folded
There's a
right.
little bit of a tablet error here.
Something's going on with this.
As we see, look at our chip stats here.
There's like
Katie's
been
at
weird little
344k.
bugs.
Tim is at 588. So they aren't too far behind here. The blinds are going to be quite big.
Today, so imagine.
They look like they're 30k or 15k, 30k with a 15k big blind ante. This could be anybody's game. Like it's the blinds are quite high, and either player wins a couple pots in a row. You know, it's going to change the outcome of this heads-up match.
How old is that deck? Is it possible some of the cards are good?
I just checked it.
Ooh, Tim with
before
a
the
Jack
game,
10
so it should be good.
offsuit on the button.
Check.
It's only going to call here. Katie checks behind. Players are getting a little feel for how each of them are going to be playing heads up.
Check.
Katie hit a pair of sevens. Ace could be a scare card. Tim's going to fire at it. 35k. Katie's a non-believer. She calls.
Check.
7.
7's golden. I need your king. I need your king ball.
Katie winning that pot. Now sitting right around 400k.
I'm big blind.
Not far behind Tim at all. Should be interesting here. Katie is slowly chipping away at Tim's chip stack. So we could end up seeing a win maybe here from Katie. It could be anybody's heads up. Ooh, Katie with an ace-9. Ace-9 on the button. 65k bet. Tim folds. This Katie's taking 45k away from Tim. Telling you that big blind ante's going to be killer. It's pretty much even now for chip stacks. We also got ourselves got someone else joining us in the commentator booth. We've got Kiwi the parrot, everybody. The home game parrot that you guys hear in the games has joined me in the commentary booth. She doesn't look too impressed though. So if you end up hearing some commentating from her in the background, that's what you guys are hearing.
You gotta
The
drive
next
morning,
hand
eh?
here,
Good
Tim,
son.
5-4 offsuit on the button.
Yes. Goddamn exam tonight.
Hello.
Like
Hey, are you
5
giving
p.m.
message?
So he wouldn't even get it done. Like,
There it is.
Hey, you gonna
Katie,
be here?
King 10 offsuit checks behind on her big blinds. firing out 35K. Has open-ended on this flop.
Turn on that C1 cold water.
Katie makes the correct,
Coriander.
well, I shouldn't say the correct laydown, but it's a good laydown either way. I mean, if she believes that Tim has an ace here, it's going to, you know, her hand is crippled, right? So grateful to Katie, really.
So,
She can find a better spot.
Yeah, they do.
Like
They
every
do.
street looks the same, it's just nothing but a whole
Yeah.
load of semis, and they all.
yeah.
They all look the
House.
same, yeah. All right, guys, again.
Katie limps in with 7-5.
Same with you.
Tim's got 6-3. Small little pot here.
I'll check.
See which player is going to take a stab at it. Neither player has hit anything.
Oh no, she's
Katie putting in the aggression. She's going to win that pot. A 40K bet. Playing her position.
Fold, fold, fold.
Dangerous. Giving Katie any kind of chips is dangerous. As we can see here, she's just slowly chipping away at Tim. See, she's being the most aggressive at the table, although Tim is not too far behind with 44%. If Katie keeps it up, that aggression with these blinds and the antes being so large, you know, will chip away at him, you know, quite quickly.
When this was on live, okay?
I see we've got 13 viewers in there. We've got 11 likes, so 2 of you guys probably haven't liked. If you guys can like and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. We are trying to grow this channel as much as we can, and we're going to try to do as much live streaming as we can as well.
Was not a big fan of watching.
Oh, Tim's got pocket 4s now on the button.
She was,
God, you're betting that much.
Looks like he just limps in.
yeah, just like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You didn't even have anything.
Katie with a 5-2.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Exactly.
Katie hits a pair of 5s.
Check.
Tim's going to play the 4s a little bit passively here.
Quite a
An
different
open-ended now
beast,
for
you
Tim.
know?
Yeah. Check.
And she's never seen Katie play cash before, and she doesn't like, she's not into poker, so it's not like she's ever seen anybody play cash before, right?
Katie's pair of 5s, the best hand. I'm going to take a stab at it. 30K. I wonder if Tim's going to make the
Yeah.
call here. No, he folds.
Pip.
Yeah.
Look at that. Katie's slowly creeping up to Tim.
Yeah, she had some stuff.
He's
to
got
say.
449K for Katie, 483 for Tim. You know, it's going. Well, I'm predicting it right now. You know, that Katie is going to chip away at Tim. It's going to be a long heads up, but Katie is going to chip away at Tim. We'll see if Tim can make something happen here at this final table.
Make it clear. Or even rematch.
Hey, what do you think?
You might have chipped lead now, I think. It's close.
it's pretty. It says your chip lead, but
Yeah.
button is not in the right spots.
Oh,
Same
the
tip.
Oh, sorry.
button
There we go.
itself.
Yeah.
Pocket 6s now for Katie on the button.
65, I guess.
Katie making it 65 to go. Tim with ace-7 or ace-10 offsuit. Could see an action pot here now.
65. Call.
Makes the call. We're going to a flop. Looks like Tim has hit a gut shot along with 2 overs. His ace or 10 is still good. Katie's going to continue that aggression. Fires out 50K. But Tim's contemplating a call here, and he does. He makes the call. The 60-40 situation. Third heart comes down. Neither player has a heart. Katie still has the best hand here with the sixes, but she's going to slow down. A little worried about Tim's call there. Tim gets to see a free turn and river. He does not get there. Katie's sixes are going to be good.
Sixes are good,
She
actually.
checks behind. 240K pot for Katie. That is going to give Katie the chip lead here.
On that flush draw, but
Almost pushed the
it
turn.
didn't seem super likely for a whole bunch of other hands.
Yeah.
Katie is winning pots here. Pot after pot for Katie.
Try not to.
It's like Tim's luck has kind of ran out a little bit. Unless he can make something happen.
I was gonna jam for you. He would have called anyway. And
Let me know what you guys think. Who's going to pull off the win here? Is it going to be Katie or Tim? It could be anybody's game. You know, Tim might end up getting some luck again, getting some cards, being able to take Katie down. We will not know until later. Pocket sevens for Tim. Here we go. What is he? He's all in. He shoves. This could be it. Katie has king four.
2 wired sevens, hockey sticks.
Tim is starting to fire back now. Realizing that Katie is starting to gain a chip lead on him.
Button shirts right down.
So is this sublimated?
I don't know, Bird. Who do you think is going to win this tournament? Do you think it's going to be Katie or Tim? She has no idea. She's just happy to be here joining us in the commentary booth at All Out Poker. Let's move into the action.
Is this right?
Nope.
No. It's after that.
I think it'll be better for when I put the flop out.
Yeah.
I felt the light was reflecting off the white cards. And it's not.
So Katie limps in here with queen four.
We'll see.
Tim's got 8-5 suited.
Yeah, this is the first game with it, so we'll figure it out.
Neither player hits anything. Katie's queen high is still the best hand. Tim now needs an 8 or a 7. 7 will give him a straight.
Play on the board.
No good.
Queen high.
Queen high is good.
Katie winning quite a bit of pots on these heads up. It's hard to compare. The only thing that can really counter something like that is aggression. Maybe Tim will start picking up the aggression a little bit to kind of help counteract his luck. Tim is a good cash player, Lucas says here in the chat. Tim is a good cash player from what I've seen, but I think Katie has a slight edge in tournament play. You may be right. Katie does have quite a bit of tournament experience, you know, but Tim's also a very solid player himself. So it could be anybody's game, really. Like it's one big pot, right? That's all it takes. So, you know, quick double up from Tim, and this whole thing could change. $7-2 for Tim. Is he going to go for that tilt equity against Katie? Decides to fold it. A good decision. Katie had the A7.
Yeah. 7 deuce.
See, both Katie and Tim have won a pretty good percentage of showdowns, though. Tim at 71%, Katie is at 79%. Although I believe Tim has played more hands than Katie has.
Deuce.
So that's a pretty good number to see.
Got a long day tomorrow too. I gotta play basketball in the morning, and I gotta referee basketball all night. Cause I gotta get my pool ready, cause like I have a pool guy coming on Monday to put my pool together, like my opening of my pool. So I gotta get all that out of my barn and, mess. Just put an above ground pool in a couple years ago. No, they're nice, man, but they're just money.
10K,
It's just
20K, it looks
Yeah,
like on the
man.
blinds. That doesn't
every
seem
year,
right.
spend like $2,000 just on like supplies, just to like. open
That
the
dealer
pool's $400
not putting up
and
the
you gotta
blinds
buy
when
all
he's
your
supposed to.
salt
They've been
and all your
playing
chemicals and
15, 30K for a while now.
your electric
It's
bill
gonna
goes up 'cause
throw off the chip
pump's going all the
stacks.
time, right? So it's like.
Yeah. It may actually be a lower stack than what
My daughter and
we
her friends
see
are
on the
all the
screen.
time, so that's why it's worth it. Yeah. I barely go in the friggin' thing, like I might go in twice a summer, like 3 times a summer, right? But my daughter's in it every
So
day.
thought I'd be in there all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see why, because I was wondering, I'm like, there's a couple houses down the street here that had pools in, and then I'm like, and then when they sold the house, like, they buried the pool, it was like in-ground pool, and like, a lot of people are just burying them.
No, that's true, it's just, cause you gotta really upkeep them, right? Like it's a lot of upkeep. If you break a liner, like, it's costing you thousands, right? Like it's
So you
crazy.
gotta get water and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, moving to the next hand here. Tim, 9-5 offsuit.
Just call.
Ace Jack for Katie in the big blind.
Fold.
See if Tim can make something happen with his position here.
I'll
Katie's
take belly
bumping it
part
up.
on you, 9 to 5. But no, couldn't do it. Pull the trigger.
Katie gaining more and more chips.
30, 15.
Same here. Katie's at right around 600K and Tim is at 338K. Still 16 big blinds. Although the blinds haven't really gone up, so that's not actually accurate. It's only right around 10 big blinds for Tim. Just over 10 big blinds is what Tim would be at right now. Oh, and that sound, we hear that sound in the background. That means the blinds are going up. Wow, 20K, 40K with a 20K big blind ante next hand. This is going to be devastating. The blinds are getting very high for these players. Something's going to happen.
I'm all in.
Tim, King Jack suited, all in. This could be it. Katie could make the call. She's crushed here, though.
I don't think it's 308. It's 120 there.
Fold.
Fold. Ace cards.
Yeah, Tim's chip stack is off. He even noticed that after I called out that all in. We're gonna put the blinds up here now. Katie, in the chat,
49.
this Katie girl is a luck box.
Poker's going up, folks. So you're going up with Vander tomorrow at CC's?
You're the bunch.
Oh,
you're
am I?
small blind.
If I wasn't doing anything tomorrow, I would have done that. I would have went down and played that. Sounds like it's a good time.
Talking about
You
playing
supply
another
dealers and
tournament.
everything?
There was no dealers last year.
Okay.
But I heard that they've had dealers some years.
Oh, okay.
So I've
24 or 20K, 40K blinds now, 20K big blind ante. It's going to be tough for either of these players. If Tim can manage to come back from that, it's going to be rough for both players with the blinds being so high.
But now he's making cash for the go.
It's like Tim here. It's like we're having a little bit of an issue. Not sure what's going on. What just happened? Something happened with the video here. My apologies. What is going on? I'm gonna have to do some checking. Just give me a moment here. I have no idea what's going on. There shouldn't be any issue at all with this video. I'm just gonna switch it over here, see if we can get this fixed. Something's going on here. Having an error. No, the game was so close to being finished. Oh my goodness. This is a disaster. Let's see here. Trying to get it into the right position. What is going on with this stream? Hearing errors and weird sounds. This is not good. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. We may end up having to post the video of the ending later. Oh, what a disaster. Oh boy. Let's see if I can actually fix this. Absolute disaster. Bird, it's your fault. It's all the bird's fault. Oh no. Womp womp. Yeah, you're right, Dan. So sorry. This is something is not right. Having a little bit of an error. I'm not sure what's going on here. Having audio issues as well. Oh boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to spoil the ending for you, but I'm going to see if I can bring this up on my videos here. Let's see. Oh no. It was a problem with the file. I can't even show you guys the ending because it was a problem with the export. Oh boy. Yeah. All right, it happens. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We will post the video in 2 minutes. Once I have that uploaded onto YouTube, you will see it up later of that ending on the YouTube channel. Yeah, it happens. It's a new stream. Some small problems, but I'm shocked that the ending of the final table. Oh boy. So yeah, guys, sorry. You'll just tune in here in a little bit. I'll have that ending uploaded. Until next time, I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. Kiwi, my second commentator here, appreciates you being here in the channel as well. So thank you guys, and sorry again, it happens.